My name is Donna Bird. I'm at Mercy College and have been here for 11 years. I'm in charge of infrastructure, which includes computing, timetabling, and anything technical that needs to be connected together.
Hi, I'm Veronica Parker. I'm the Vice Principal of Ursula Frayne Catholic College. One of my roles here at the college is to oversee the timetabling process.
I'm Jean-Paul Pepino. I'm the Deputy Principal here at Corpus Christi College. What I do here is look after the timetabling, which is a massive part of my job, but also the professional learning programs for the school and the relief teaching.
I'm Leanna Strutt and I'm the Deputy Principal at Mercedes College.
I'm Andrew McLinnock and I'm the Director of Teaching and Learning at Mercedes College.
I have enjoyed using Edval. It's been really interesting to do it. It has had its moments where I have found it frustrating, but when I've been using it, I've found that it's actually comes up with some really clever ideas. For example, moving a whole period around, or swapping one particular class. You can actually just swap one class, or you can swap a whole period, which I know you can do in Maze, but Edval just seems to be a lot more powerful.
I have found Edval this year to be much easier to use, first and foremost. This is the second year that I've used Edval within our college, in that it's built greater efficiencies with the utilisation of specialist staff across the college, which in the first year I had more staff underloaded than I had ever before. And this year we've been able to open up more greater opportunities for our students using our existing resource of staff. Using
Edval daily for relief, we have a very different process to what we used to have. So much of relief was manual before. My assistant and I would write down in a notebook literally who's going to be away each day, which classes needed cover, and then we'd use our old program just to manually cover those. Now with Edval, it's really easy to put all the absences in. It's quite flexible. I can put group absences in, add students to them, and I get a very clear list of who's going to be away each day, exactly how many periods I need to cover, and I can cover them automatically if need be.
We really had to take it as a team approach in order to be able to cover all of the ground that we needed to do in the time that we had. So the collaborative approach really allowed for us to work as a team. So my role as Deputy Principal, and having had knowledge of how timetables are constructed, I was able to offer that advice. Andy was the architect of it all and pulled together the information regarding course selections for Year 10, because that was really the part that drove the construction of the timetable.
The things that worked for me in Edval that was difficult in Maze was the student, putting student data in. The admin team of our love putting the student data in, because you can just create an Excel spreadsheet with all of the kids' codes and all the subject codes in it and upload it in one step. And then it's just a matter of checking through each of the student timetables to see if there's any clashes or anything and fixing up a couple of the clashes. But if it's been put in correctly, then there won't be that many clashes. So the entering the data is really good. The other thing that's really good about Edval is the two little buttons at the top where you can just print or actually just drop to an Excel spreadsheet straight away. So then you can go away and analyse it.
The impact for our students is that we've been able to offer a greater diversity of courses, enabling students to pursue pathways that perhaps previously we would have been limited to with our existing resource budget.
One of the big differences that I see, one of the times when I've been blown away and gone, oh, this is going to be fantastic, is how much better the working conditions I'm able to create for our part-time staff are. We have quite a number of part-time staff here for a number of reasons, and being able to set when the staff are unavailable, being able to set in the timetable creation process periods where I'd like to have the staff off, and using the algorithms that are available to compact the part-timers' timetables so they're not in morning and afternoon 5 days a week, it's been fantastic, and they have mentioned that they've really appreciated the last couple of years. They feel their timetables are tighter.
You can start to say, well, I'm giving you the choice to put it in, and that's mainly because you're not building the grid structure and then fitting everyone in. You're doing the opposite. You're getting the dream list, you're building up the rooms, you're building up staffing, you're building up what classes you can offer, and then you're allowing the algorithm to do the work to get it to the best combination possible.
We've been prepared to shift how we've created our timetable. So Edval's designed very well to group some students together, and you can use the software to its best potential if you do that.
We had transparency with the heads of learning area. Teachers were involved in the discussions. The heads of learning area felt that they could go back, talk to their teachers, put the right people in the right places for the right levels of work. So we really opened that up, and so there were no surprises. We were able to deliver the timetable week 1, term 4, so people were able to do planning, so people were able to bring in resources that they needed to bring in. And that was really important for us. That's always been a priority, certainly of mine.
And I think also I'd be looking at this year, by the time all of the data comes through the elective process, so I think the biggest difference is the timetable could be probably, once all the information's in, is done in sort of a 3-week time period. That'd be sort of the goal, because it's really then just massaging here and there, turning up things, turning down things.
The big difference in the programming is that we feel that we can control Edval and what we want it to do, whereas previous programs controlled us, and we really had to flex to fit that, whereas we're actually in control of what we're able to do here. And for someone like me, who found it a little bit difficult to relinquish that control, when I could see the results that Andy was producing in a relatively short period of time, I could see that there was a real benefit in it, and I actually felt hopeful going forward.
One guy said to me, look, can you try and, I know it's really hard, but the reason I'm part-time is I've got to try and get my kids to school when I can. And so we've made it that he never works in the mornings. You know, and I couldn't do that manually before, because you'd line all these things up, and if he had to teach on that line, then that was it. But now it's not that hard at all.